How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to TSUKIHIME, a piece of blue glass moon. That is the name of the game, right? Hold on. I feel like I need to actually check this. I need to verify that's the name of the game here. Yes, a piece of blue glass moon. I don't know why I was doubting myself there, but yeah, welcome back, everybody. This is still before I've actually published the first episode, so I've not had an opportunity to read any future comments. This is a video recorded in the past, if you will, which is all good, right? And we had our first day of school after beginning our brand new life with living at that manor. And we also have a brand new temporary teacher for homeroom and English, I think. And she's pretty interesting. Honestly, all the characters are kind of interesting. I cannot get a full read on everybody or anybody quite yet. School ends. I didn't have any dizziness or anemia. Well, that's good. It was a good day today. Well, if you discount the emergence of a strange new virus rampaging through our classroom. The girls have taken to calling it Noel fever. Oh yeah, the girls do not like the new teacher because, well, she's kind of got a lot of the boys, you know, around a bit of a leash, if you will, because they're acting like dogs. Noel-itis is another one. Not even lunch served to cool the tension between the afflicted boys and the girls side-eyeing them. It's looking like the battle will continue into tomorrow, and the boys who managed to break the fever were showered with praise by the girls, but labeled idiots, traitors, and worse by their still feverish former brethren. Just another day at high school. Yeah, that is how high school can be, huh? Just the wildest shit. Still, I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with her. I mean, Akiha is way Oh, there she is. Did she telepathically detect my roasting or something? Not necessarily.
いえ、そういうわけでは決して。それより何でしょうか、ノエル先生。
I swallow the guilt that I feel from comparing Miss Noel and Akiha and try my best to change the subject. And then, a smile flickers across Miss Noel's face, like she's seen straight through me.
ノエル先生という響きはいいものね。
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
先輩って呼ばれるよりずっといいわ。日本にはまだ慣れていなくて不安だったけど、あなたみたいに純朴な子に先生って呼ばれるのは癖になりそう。背徳的でちょっとドキドキしちゃうもの。
Huh. All right.
ノエル先生、ちょっと近いんですけど。
Yeah, why is she approaching us all, you know, sus-like?
気にしないで。というか、こういう時は鈍いふりをして黙っているものよ。
It's less pretending and more like we actually have no idea what's going on. What is going on here?
ほら、ね、私の首筋、綺麗でしょ?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever complimented a single person on their neck before. I don't know if it's nerves or the power of the setting sun. I hear her voice, not from in front of me, but behind me, like she's whispering directly into my ear.
そう警戒しないで。
No, I am scared. Women scare me all the time.
ただ指と指を重ねる。
No.
体温を伝えるだけ。私の体を預けるだけ。そう。
What the fuck?
あなたに私を食べてもらいたいだけ。
Quick, take off the glasses. We gotta cut something. Her breath nears, our legs entwine. She wraps her arms around my back like she doesn't want me escaping. Right in front of me. A woman's smooth, seductive neck.
ほら、心音だけでとろけてしまうでしょ?
No, it scares me even more.
だから忘れて。あなたを忘れて。邪魔なものは全部取ってしまえばいいの。その建前も。
Oh no, she will. She's gonna take off the glasses, isn't she? Her fingers slither up to my glasses. The moment she touches them, I jump away. My entire body revolts against the idea of seeing the lines.
なんて新任記念の冗談でした。
Yeah, I truly wonder about that.
日本風に言うとちょっとしたスキンシップじゃなくて名刺交換？どっちにしてもまだまだ形だけの付き合いってことね、私たち。
Yeah, I can't think of a single culture that does things like that specifically in a school, student and teacher.
冗談ってノエル先生。
I don't think that's what you would call what just transpired. There's a limit to the kind of jokes you can crack as a teacher. I know, that was really crossing a line. That wasn't just about to cross the line. No, that did.
そもそも要は何なんですか？俺を探してたような口ぶりでしたけど。
おお、それはもういいの。ちょっと手伝ってもらいたいことがあっただけ。それじゃあさようなら、四季くん。富山先生みたいにならないよう気をつけて帰ってね。
Alright guys, prediction time. I think something is up. I think something is up with her. She was definitely not acting as a teacher should. Sure, but I think she was utilizing her good looks and charm, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, to get close to him. But why? Miss Noelle leaves with a wave. Something about that last remark bothers me. I ask about Miss Toyama, but I choose not. No. We gotta ask. Curiosity killed the cat. We may die here. It's whatever.
ノエル先生。
I call out to her. I can't help but ask.
富山先生みたいにってどんなです？
Yeah, honestly, like that is pretty big here. Like what are we just gonna have to sit out from school due to something, or is something going to happen to us here? I ask a question that should not be asked. Miss Noelle, the substitute for Miss Toyama, softly places her index finger to her lips.
富山先生はね、昨日お亡くなりになったのよ。
Okay, so she is dead. So are you saying that we don't want to die? Like we shouldn't also end up dead?
公園の外れで体の半分が焼け落ちていたんだって。
What the fuck? She responds almost like she's singing. Well, that's terrifying. A lot of that is very terrifying. And she was able to say all of that with a smile, like nothing was wrong. I leave the school. The left side of my throat hurts a little, like something has scratched it. I don't have anything to do. I go straight home or go home after a quick detour. I don't necessarily know what the detour entails, but again, curiosity kills the cat, and well, we're not dead yet. Will we die at some point from this curiosity? I'll stop somewhere on the way home. It's not that I don't want to go back. It's just going to take a while until I'm comfortable there. I'll stop by either Ariko's place or the bookstore in the station. Either way, it should only take about an hour. I'll have plenty of time to get back before my curfew. I can't remember what was specifically said, like our curfew is 8, but do we want to shoot for 6? Or some weird shit like that? I don't remember. I guess we're just walking along. Or will something happen here? Nope, we're just, we're in a populated environment. The nape of my neck is strangely warm. It feels swollen. Maybe that's why I don't remember where I'm going. Night covers the city like water from a leaky pipe. It's far more lively than this morning. The shining headlights of cars, the throngs of people that the station swallows up and spits out. The number of uniformed students has dropped drastically, and brightly clothed people now own the streets. I rise from the bench I was sitting on. It's time. I start towards the shopping district, though I have no reason to go there. Wait, what is happening here? What's going on? I slip into a side street away from the main avenue. It's more of an alley than a street. There's no one around. Completely silent. No sign of life. Nothing except the rustling from in there. The light from the vending machines is blinding. A modern convenience at odds with this place. I hurry past the glaring brightness. I make for the darkness, darkness befitting of the night. To shadowy places more confined and further from prying eyes. I place my hands on the rusted fence. If I can open this and go inside, I can...
ちょっとそこの人
The voice stops me in my tracks. I come back to my senses in a daze. I don't understand. Why did I come here? Yeah, good question. And why was I trying to go in there?
すみません100円持ってませんか
Wait a minute, we've seen you before. I turn around and find a strange girl standing in front of the vending machines. It seems that she wants to buy a drink, but doesn't have any change. I'm not sure if it's the guilt I feel at losing myself, or if I just can't bring myself to refuse, but I hand the girl 100 yen.
どうも助かりました
The girl pushes my money through the coin slot and presses a button. She picks up the can that is dispensed, and then scrunches her face into a frown.
こんな時間に散歩とかのんきですね
No, I fully agree.
お家の人待ってるんじゃないですか
あ
Yep, we have fucked up with the curfew here, haven't we? I checked my phone. The clock informs me it's 7:40 without a hint of mercy. I only have 20 minutes until my curfew. In a panic, I make to dash out of the alleyway, when from behind,
待ってください
the girl calls out to me again.
何悪いけど急いで
The girl tosses the canned drink to me. Surprised, I catch it. Didn't she buy this for herself, though?
それあげます
なんで
どれも飲めない味でした
But you still bought something. The girl voices her displeasure and walks past me briskly.
いや呆れてる場合じゃない
No, I fully know why she did it. We were in a trance, but she was able to get us out of it. I rush away as well. What kind of a human being breaks his curfew on the first day? Oh, I've got to get back now or else Akiha will rip me a new one. That was so strange. Curiosity almost did kill the cat this time around. Did we make it? Tell me we made it. Come on, game.
ただいま
I open and close the door as quietly as possible and sneak into the lobby. I make sure my greeting isn't too loud or too quiet. It's 1 minute before 8. My mad dash from the station narrowly got me home on time, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. That hill is a killer. I totally forgot that my downhill path to school means I have to climb uphill to get back home.
お帰りなさいませ四季様お疲れとは存じますがお部屋に戻る前に執務室においでください
Oh, shit.
秋葉様からお話があるとのことです
執務室ですか
I should have guessed that being called to the office meant Akiha was not happy with me. Oh boy.
寄り道をするのは金銭に余裕があるからでしょう今回の罰として兄さんの月々の交友費を2割ほど減らすことにします
Well, what even was his allowance? My punishment. Doled out to me the moment I entered the office without any chance to explain myself. I guess I didn't realize I would be getting money each month from my sister, and now it's already been slashed. I hope you're happy, old man. Akiha is even stricter than you were.
でもそれはないだろう俺は門限は守ったんだぞまあ日が暮れる前にってのは守れなかったけど
あらそれは意外でした私と約束を交わした自覚はあったんですね
Honestly,
ではどうして守れなかったんです
even if he were to have just gone to a bookstore or whatever, I don't even know if he would have made it back before the sun set. I really don't know. But what happened back there, man?
いやーそれがつい忘れてたみたいで
兄さん
私も言い忘れていました。罰の追加として今夜の夕食は抜きとします。
Damn, after all that running, too.
あ
She's a tyrant. If she's this angry when I actually make my curfew, I don't know whether I'll survive if I actually miss it. That was so strange, though. What can we gather from that? Well, I guess one, avoid the teacher. Just 100% she is evil. We can definitely go with that. That other character, though, she did save us. She knew, or at least knew enough, that something was amiss. I trudged back across the lobby on my way to my room. Despite my protests, I wasn't able to convince Akiha to let me have dinner, though she did agree to only decrease my allowance by 10%. A singular but important victory as an older brother. Now we gotta be careful here, guys.
四季さん、
琥珀さん
Kohaku calls out to me before I arrive at my room. Hidden in the corner of the hallway, she seems to have reverted to her conspirator mode from this morning.
もうダメですよ。今日ぐらいはちゃんと帰ってこないと。いくらなんでも1日目なら言うことを聞いてくれるだろうって、もうありえないぐらい早めに帰ってきてたんですから。
Yeah, I really screwed the pooch on that one.
帰ってきてたって誰がですか？
そんなの決まって。いえ、なんでもございません。それはともかくとして、夕食抜きは使用人として見過ごせません。
Oh, how caring.
ですので、お部屋の方に軽食をご用意しておきました。おにぎりとお味噌汁という簡単なものですが。
You know, at least it's something, right? What a thoughtful housekeeper. It was the same with my phone this morning. She's being so nice to me even though it might get her in trouble with Akiha.
でもいいんですか？俺はすごく助かりますけど。
はい、四季さんの健康に関わることですもの。それにこれは翡翠ちゃんも同意していますから、秋葉様に見つかっても二人で謝れば許していただけますよ。
そうか、あの子も。
Despite how stoic she looks, she's pretty thoughtful. I guess she took pity on me having to go without dinner, though she didn't show it.
四季さん、あの子じゃないのです。
ああ、うん、分かってる。でもまだうまく話せないから、気軽に名前で呼ぶのは申し訳ない気がして。
いいえ、それはいけません。ひどいお話です。翡翠ちゃんはああ見えてとっても優しいんですから。四季さんもどうかこれからは気軽に家族と思って翡翠ちゃんと呼んであげてくださいな。
Kohaku looks straight at me. Maybe I have been a little unfair to Hisui. She's looking out for me just like Kohaku is. I should give her a break.
わかりました。これからは何があっても翡翠ちゃん、いや、ちゃん付けはさすがに恥ずかしいんで、翡翠の名前を呼びます。
はい、それは大変ようございます。
Kohaku bids me a good evening and returns to the first floor. In my heart, I give thanks to my guardian angel, the nightingale of the Tohno mansion, and return to my room. Onigiri, huh? No doubt they're delicious if Kohaku made them. It's just not a whole lot to eat, you know? It is what it is. Yeah, okay, no more curiosity killed the cat shit. I guess we gotta...
いいお湯だった。
We really gotta take it a lot, you know, safer. As much as I want to learn information and gather as much as I can, we gotta be careful here, because if I've learned anything from Fate is that death could just be stupidly around the corner. After I scarfed down Kohaku's onigiri, Hisui came to tell me the bath was available, and by the time I returned to my room, it's 9 p.m. It's a little too early to sleep. Excuse me, all I have to read is textbooks, and I'm not feeling particularly tired. If I have time to kill anyway, I'll go to the parlor and talk with Akiha, stop by Kohaku's room, or just relax. God damn. I kind of want us to go and talk with Akiha, just to try and make it up a little bit, to see if that even would work. But also, I'd be down to hang out with Kohaku. She seems so cool. God damn it. I feel like this is another I have to flip a coin situation, Because I really could go for either or. I just don't think we should just be chilling here. There is, the possibility that somebody may, show up, such as Shisui. She definitely could. But I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a tough one. So I'm going to stick with one or two. I just don't know which one to go for. God damn it, man. All right, we'll do one. We'll make it up to Akiha. No more flipping a coin. I made Akiha angry today. I'd like to try and talk a bit, try to cover this distance between us, or rather try to tear down this barbed wire wall. But it's late. She may be my sister, but it's not right to show up at a lady's room without an invitation.
そもそもあいつの部屋どこだよって話だしな。東館の奥の方かな。
I'll ask Hisui or Kohaku sometime. For now, I'll try the parlor. I know she spends time there after dinner, so it's possible I could still find her. Fingers crossed we do. Or else I will deeply regret my choice.
おや、一日ぶりだね、四季君。一晩経って、遠野に戻ってきた実感は出てきたかい?
Well, guys, I can safely say I already deeply regret my choice. God damn, why does he look so creepy? I mean, I guess it makes sense, given what we learned from the first time we saw him, but he just has like a weird-ass vibe in the music that plays whenever he's on screen. I narrowly stifle a cry of surprise. In the parlor is the strange bandaged man I met yesterday, Goto Saiki.
こんばんは。佐伯ゴートさんでしたよね。
佐伯だけでいい。名前というものは認めるに値する人間にしか口にされたくないものだからね。
Goto Saiki smiles scornfully as he speaks.
少し驚きました。こんな時間に来訪ですか?
I offer a remark of my own, ignoring his obvious provocation. I still don't know the first thing about this guy, and until I do, I won't have a clue as to how I should respond to what he says.
こんな時間? ああ、消灯前だったか。牧久氏が残した悪い伝統の一つだな。0時を迎える前に屋敷の火を落とし、住民に眠りを強要する。彼は夜を嫌悪していた。いや、正確には夜に起きること。ここは洋館としての作りも土地が持つ歴史も素晴らしいものだが、この決まりだけはいただけない。遠野家の当主が夜から目を背けるなぞ。
それが何か。夜通し騒ぐよりははるかにマシな規則ですけど。
I find myself defending my father despite my own issues with the policy. It feels like any slight against him is a slight against Akiha as well.
勘に触ったかね。結構少しは立場をわきまえているようだ。感動された身であっても父親の名誉を守る。牧久氏はいい息子を持ったな。
こんな時間に来訪するのは非常識ではと聞いているんですが。
非常識ではないよ。遅めの仕事を終えて自分の家に帰ってくる。これはごく自然な日常では?
I'm taken aback. One's own home. Is he saying that he belongs in this mansion? But he said yesterday that he wasn't a relative.
失礼。少々気の早い返答だった。私はよそ者だ。宿泊用に部屋を与えられているが、立場的には賓客だ。
Goto Saiki gets up from the sofa with a low chuckle. He must mean to leave the parlor.
今夜は部屋に資料を取りに来ただけだよ、四季君。仕事を終えてというのは嘘でね。宗谷の土地開発はこれからだ。まだ片付けなくてはいけない案件が山ほどある。今夜は寝ずの番というやつさ。私が牧久氏を非難したのはこういうことだ。現代のビジネスに昼も夜もない。夜になれば朝を待つだけなんて身の毛もよだつ方針だ。いつまでも前時代の気分で会社を回されては、これを引き継ぐ者が迷惑する。
I've got a couple of questions on what he just said to us, but whatever. Goto Saiki exits to the hall. I hear Kohaku's voice coming from the lobby. She must be seeing him out. Based on what I just heard, I think I can assume that my father and Goto Saiki weren't on good terms. Now I'm in an inexplicably foul mood. I'll talk with Akiha later. I'll just head back to my room and go to bed. Yeah, that failed. Okay, I guess the choices that come up are not as blatant as they seem. Should be a little cautious on that. It's 10 o'clock. The lights in the room go out automatically. Apparently things are set up so that all the lights in the mansion go out when it hits 10, aside from those in the office. Manually flipping the switch should turn a room's lights back on again, but that's intended for emergencies only. They'd probably catch me if I tried to use my room's nightstand light. And I'm not allowed to go outside my room after 10 either. Man, fuck these rules.
こっそりスタンドライトでも買ってくるとか
They have little foldable ones about the size of a cell phone these days. This is just way too early for lights out any way you slice it. Yeah, especially if you're a high school student.
ま、必要はないか。基本夜は寝るものだし。試験期間の時なら就寝時間も伸ばしてもらえるだろう。
I change into the clean pajamas set aside for me and crawl into bed. Well, today was an interesting day, wasn't it? Ever since I was injured in that accident, part of me has resisted lying down like this. I used to hate letting my body get comfortable, and even more so if it meant sleeping in a soft bed. From what I hear, it caused a lot of trouble for Kaiko when I first stayed with the Arimas. I always slept like a rock, but I hated going to sleep.
よし、寝るか。
I announce it to myself, even though it should go without saying. I take off my glasses and close my eyes. I only had trouble sleeping when I was a child. Now, once I close my eyes, I can fall asleep just as well as... Just like that, baby. Just like that. Didn't he, like, leave his room late last night? I can't remember. The fuck is this? A strange cry washes over my ears like a wave. Oh. Interesting. The howl of an animal. It sounds too high to be a dog. It rings in my eardrums. Is it howling at the moon? It's howling at something, that's for sure. There's a gnawing pit in my stomach. The howling brings on a headache. The sound doesn't stop. It's like a bullet rattling around the inside of my skull. No, I think a lot of barking, a lot of howling, anything like that, a constant noise. No, that would be headache-inducing. I throw on my glasses and open my eyes. The dog is still howling somewhere outside the window. The clock has just struck 11. How am I supposed to sleep like this? It's a long night ahead. It sounds like it's coming from outside the mansion. I seriously doubt I can fall asleep like this.
仕方がないか。犬がうるさいなんて警察に電話しても取り合ってもらえないだろうし。
No, but you can get a gun and you can actually shoot it because I'm pretty sure it's not a dog. I get up from bed and change into my school uniform. The others must be having trouble sleeping too. I'm the only man in the mansion, so I should go see what's happening. Yeah, great idea. Fantastic idea, honestly. Again, we are leaving our room. We're not supposed to. We're leaving the mansion. Pretty sure we're not supposed to. I head outside. The night is eerily still, like it's being frozen in place. The moon is hidden by clouds. Even the light from the lamppost is perfectly constant, like splotches of fallen paint on a canvas. Well, the howling is definitely still going on. Very slightly. Strangely enough, the howling seems weaker now that I'm outside. Or is it fading away? It doesn't matter. The nagging pain it's causing isn't in my ears, but my brain and eyes. Hearing it sets my heart pumping and my whole body on edge, a feeling I can't control at all. No, something else is going on here, man. Each step feels heavy. I've lost some feeling in the tips of my fingers. And then I realize something. I can see my breath, a pale white against the cold. It's quiet outside the estate, like someone hit the pause button. My shadow is the only thing moving in this motionless world. I feel thirsty for some reason. The high walls bordering the estate stretch alongside the darkened road. I warm my numbing fingers with my breath, walking towards where I suspect the dogs have gathered. Why are we going this far for it? Oh. All thought ceases. Under the distant streetlight is something I've never seen before, something no one should have ever seen. An incomprehensible sight. A dog, half melted. What is that? Yo, what the fuck? A long blade pointed downward. What the dog doing? What is that? A howl dissolving with the dog. What is that? A blade stabbing down. What is that? A roar that makes me question my sanity. Or maybe a sudden gale. That was not a dog. That was not a regular animal, I do not think. As the wave threatening to rupture my eardrums disappears, so does the howling and the dog along with it. Like they never existed in the first place. Dissolved into nothingness without a trace. Is this an illusion? What I'm seeing is a hallucination. That or a dream. Is this an illusion? A strange figure stands under the light cut out from the darkness. Is it wearing a coat? The silhouette in the thick coat doesn't seem to have noticed me standing here yet. My throat grows dry. My whole body is sweating. The night air sticks to my skin. Despite just standing here, I feel a pressure like I'm at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, what the fuck? That's not words. A language from a far-off land enters my ears. I'm so dizzy it feels like I could pass out. I'm narrowly able to muster some strength in my legs and prevent myself from falling. Then... Oh. All I see is an ordinary empty public road. I gasp as my lungs hungrily suck in oxygen. I hadn't noticed, but it seems I hadn't been properly breathing ever since I left the main gate. Well, that was fun, whatever this was. There's no howling to be heard anymore. I leave behind the terrible vision I've seen. Yeah, let's just chalk that up as like a dream or something. Let's also chalk up what happened after school as a dream or something, you know? I returned to my room. It didn't seem like the others are still awake. I guess I was the only one bothered by the howling. It's strange. My head is still pounding. My fingers are quivering. My whole body shivers. My spine is freezing. If I were to compare it to something, it's like my spinal cord has been torn out and replaced with a pillar of ice. Damn, we're having a tough-ass day, aren't we? Nausea hits me like a sack of bricks. Is this my usual anemia? It feels like the contents of my head are being dumped out onto the floor. I see something I don't want to see on the way down. Yeah. Even with my glasses on, I can see the lines. Bile rises in my throat as my eyes recoil from the sight. The result of trying to avoid seeing them these past 7 years. My mind can't take this. I feel sick. The dizziness from my anemia has my stomach trying to escape through my throat. I don't understand. As long as my eyes are open, the scribbles continue to invade my senses.
悪い夢だ。
Yeah, you can really only hope that, huh? I somehow make it to my bed. Yeah, I should just go to sleep. That's the quickest way to deny the reality in front of me. My body won't move how I want it to, so I'll stay like this, like a corpse. I'll just sleep like a puppet with its strings cut. Yeah, sometimes you have to sleep like that. My coworker was telling me sometimes he just crashes out on his floor. Oh yeah, we'll save our progress. That was a fun day, wasn't it? A day that was not. What a title. I don't even know what the title of this next chapter is supposed to necessarily entail. Yeah, but it seems like we're getting into the wacky shit already, aren't we? If you ignore all the wacky shit that has, happened prior, like, the main character seeing these really cool lines that he could just cut. It was something Master once told me. The lines that I see are the parts that break more easily. The same as how a human body has weaknesses, like at the joints or the eyes. I can cut anything without worrying about resistance or friction, just by lightly tracing the lines with a blade. Whether it's a human body or inanimate objects, there are lines in all that I see.
よく聞いてね、シキ。あらゆるものは壊れてしまうという運命を内包しているの。形がある以上、こればっかりは逃れようのない前提でしょ。
In other words, the world is stitched up. It's only ever a step away from breaking apart. Say the scribbles run across the earth. Then one day, for maybe no reason at all, the ground could come apart and everything would break. That's what my reality is like.
そして私たち人間はさらに細かく壊れやすい。怪我も回復も老化も成長も流星も衰弱も全ては終わりに近づく変化だから。
I never felt more thankful for Master's glasses than when I first came to understand those words. I couldn't have survived if I had to see those lines all the time. No, I feel like that would be really awful. Fragile lines in all things. An unbound, unstable world. Nothing can be gained from seeing them. Nothing at all. Yeah, I feel like not only would it be annoying, but also it's a constant reminder of just how fucked the world is. How fucked everything can be. It doesn't sound all that great. I awake from an old memory. Feeling the light through my eyelids, I reach over to the other side of the bed. My glasses are gone? As worry creeps in, I try the other side of my pillow, where I find my glasses waiting for me. I usually make sure to place them on my left. It must be because of that awful headache I had last night. I put on my glasses before I open my eyes. The ritual would probably look strange to anyone who saw it, but I try to avoid seeing the lines even from the moment I wake up.
おはようございます。四季様。
Oh, she was just waiting here. I look over towards the source of the voice to find a girl in a maid uniform standing by the wall. I didn't even notice her. It seems that she's been there a while too. She must be here for the same reason as yesterday, to make sure I don't oversleep.
そっか、ごめん。驚くのはおかしかった。おはよう、翡翠。起こしに来てくれてありがとう。
それが私の役割ですから。どうかお気になさらないようお願いします。
Hisui lowers her head solemnly. She stops and raises it back up in one fluid motion.
いえ、驚かすのが仕事ということではなく、明日は四季様を驚かせないよう努力いたします。
I think you're all good here. It's a whole new lifestyle to get used to here. Hisui can be a little strange sometimes. I get the impression that while she's a perfect maid, she's not quite used to speaking with people.
いや、翡翠には何の問題もないと思うよ。まだ慣れていない俺が悪いんだ。
I get up from the bed and realize that I'm wearing pajamas. I remember changing into my uniform to see what was up with that howling, and then I passed out on the bed after coming back.
おかしいな。俺、制服のまま眠ったと思うんだけど。
はい。あのままではお体に悪いので、姉さんに来てもらって、
Hey, yo.
寝巻きに着替えさせていただきました。
Hisui plainly explains what happened. Oh, that makes sense. They changed my clothes for me. I don't know if there's anything especially unhealthy about sleeping in my uniform, but I guess it could get wrinkled. They sure are professional Hold up.
着替えだって。
I quickly checked my pants and underwear. Both look brand new.
翡翠、
はい。何でしょう。
気を使ってくれたのは嬉しいんだけど、これからは何としても起こしてくれ。着替えっていうのは、ほら、やっぱり自分でやるものだし。
Nah, we were out cold. We were not sleeping. I looked down embarrassed. Hisui, on the other hand, simply nods in affirmation.
学校の制服はそちらに畳んであります。着替えがお済みになられましたら、居間においでください。
はあ、普通なら気がつくもんだけど、そんなに疲れてたのか。
I think you passed out, man. I think you were out cold. There's no point dwelling on it. I can't change what has already happened. I should change and head down for breakfast. My uniform is folded up neatly. She's even gone to the trouble of ironing the shirt. It feels like putting on a new shirt for the first time. Guys, I gotta be honest, I've never ironed my shit. Even for, like, the really important events. Never. But someday, I'll probably have to. Anyways, we'll wrap it up on that note. This seems like an okay spot. Plus, I am a little bit out of time, so this will work. Well, very eventful episode this, I would say. So, I don't really know what to take from all this. I mean, something happened from the teacher for sure. That neck mark or you know, stinging or whatever it was that he described it as. And then he unknowingly just went along over to somewhere where I'm pretty sure he would have died. But he was saved. He was snapped out of it. He was in a trance of some sort. Very strange. And the events of last night, hard to really say, but there is something going on here. That is saying it very lightly, but I mean, come on. What else am I supposed to, you know, piece together here? But something's up for sure. And I'm sure that we'll get more information as we continue along here. Probably not this early in, but needless to say, my curiosity is still very much piqued, which means the cat will die. Thank you all for tuning into this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.